Hello everyone, I recently received a wonderful peacock stamp from Crafty Nita, and I decided to play around and came up with the idea for the next card. So my idea started from this peacock stamp and the fact that I've been to the zoo, and I imagined myself wanted to snap a beautiful picture of this peacock that was white. Yes, there exist peacocks that are white. So I die cut with my silhouette polaroid shape with a nice word there, beautiful. And now I'm going to make my card base out of some black cardstock, and I'm scoring it at 10.5. This frame I'm going to put behind the words this beautiful gray color so that the words will really pop on the end of the card. So in the end it will look like this. I'm marking the inner part of the window because I will use some masking, and I'm using just some regular post-it notes for this because I'm going to stamp inside and I don't want the peacock to come outside of this border. And the most inexpensive way I can find is using post-it notes. They work just fine. Of course you can use eclipse paper if you want. I'm gonna use my Stamp-O-Magic, and I'm going to stamp this image in color box chalk ink white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it in a rotating clockwise circle, just like when the peacock has its tail all nice and up. So one idea is try not to press the Stamp-O-Magic, but keep it a bit raised because this is a pigment ink and it dries not so fast, and you don't want to smear it. So as you can see, I'm always holding it with my hand and I'm not pulling it away with the pressure. Of course you can take your time and center it perfectly, but I just want it to be a bit whimsical, just like any photo that I would snap myself. And the last one I'm not even going to bother and match it with the Stamp-O-Magic. And I always find it helpful to immediately clean my stamp, because otherwise the ink will dry out and then you'll never get it out unless you use really hard removal solutions. So now I'm getting my gel roll, and this is a silver color, and I'm going to just line some parts of these feathers and make them really pop, just like thinking like light will shine on them and it will make them shiny and nice. And I'm not using white because the white will get lost to the pigment ink. I'm using silver because that shows better. And I'm gonna also line the hearts in the middle of the peacock feathers. Now my peacock actually comes from just a $1 stamp set, and it's just a normal bird but with a nice tail, and that will look almost like the body of the peacock. And I'm stamping it in white on some like dark blue navy color. I didn't want to stamp it on black as well. And I'm cutting it as close as I can on the sides. I will still have to leave some blue in there because I cannot really go inside the swirly tail, but I'm cutting it as close as I can. And as you can see, I'm moving the image more than I'm moving my scissors. Now I'm thinking that the ink has dried enough, and I'm going to erase my marks that I made and adhere the bottom part first. I always put a lot of glue because in here it's quite dry, and cards usually fall apart after a few days if you don't put a lot of glue. So the frame will nicely now come on top, and I'm thinking that I'm going to pop it up with some pop dots, and I'm not gonna bother showing you the entire process. It does take a while because the frame is so small. And now I put them all, and I'm going to peel off the backing, and I'm always checking with my hands to make sure that all of the backing is off. The bird will come just on top of the writing there, and it will also be popped up. Because they're so tiny, the pop dots, it takes a while to peel the backing off. So here we have it, a peacock. Isn't it beautiful? I think it is. Now what I wanted to do is insert the inner parts of that B and the A, and I need some really tiny pieces of the dots that I cut them myself, because the B looks a bit empty, and also the A, they don't really match. I think I decided in the end the A to just leave it like that because it was too tiny a piece to pop it up. I did try though, but I just couldn't get it to work. Not even with the tweezers. So in the end I decided to just leave it like that. It's also beautiful. Now I'm doing a contour of the bird with a white gel pen. This will give it a nice definition and will make it stand out. And I decided also to do a small dashed line on the outer edge of this border. I cut this border out of a really nice, I call it a coral paper. It's a really nice pink, and I didn't have many sheets of this one, but I think I'm going to buy some more. This I just get from the €1 shop downstairs, but they have really nice colors sometimes. So I'm thinking now I need some more bling, and first thing is I'm going to use a small jewel for the eye of the peacock, and probably I'll do some stickles. And these are some people's Stardust stickles, and I always test it first on my hand to make sure that it flows correctly, otherwise it will just go everywhere. So the way I do it is I put a little bit on the center, and then I move it around with the tip of the bottle. And as you can see, these stickles have multiple colors in them, and they kind of shine into the blue to the green range, and they're really nice. I'm gonna add some to the tail as well, and I think that's going to be it. Of course, this is not the only card I make because I liked it so much. I tried on different card bases and different cardstocks, and I'm going to show you soon. This is another one with white on black, but with a different frame color. This I did on cardstock with the color brush chalk ink. This also looks beautiful. And this I tried all manner of colors on also on craft cardstock. So these are 4 types of card, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.